Hello, everyone. This is Professor Chisholm. I apologize. I've been battling migraines for the last 3 days. I meant to put a note up to let you know that I am working on this video. It is done. Happily to say that the migraine is gone. Yes, when I get migraines, I get them for several days. So, and if you've had it, you maybe can identify with what I was going through. But neither here nor there. Anyways, all right, so let's go ahead and take a look at what's needed for week 2. Great job with week 1, guys. Just keep at it. Business as usual, right? Just make sure that you're paying attention to what your local authorities are saying. But Bellevue online courses, business as usual, okay? And the other thing is communication, guys. Just you need to reach out to me and communicate if there's something going on, all right? Okay, so pages 26 through 41 in the Idea Generation book, which is still like part of chapter 1, essentially. And the Graphic Design Thinking book, you're looking at pages 15 through 25. And then, of course, we are working on week 2. We're working on the second chapter for the Design Method book, Creating Purposeful Design. Very interesting thoughts from the Debunking the Creative Myths chapter that we read last week. All right, so this week, what you're doing is we're looking at 2 different types of we're looking at mind mapping, okay? So, yes, you're doing 2 mind maps, but one is going to be based on 2.2 is from pages 40 and 41 of the book. It's the very last part. If you look at your table of contents, remember I did post the table of contents so that for those of you that are on your Kindle, which I am also on the Kindle, you can then be able to go. So it's essentially if you go to your table of contents on your Kindle and just look for activity mind mapping, you'll be fine. I can't tell you the locale. Mine just says 17% on my iPad because I'm doing it on my iPad. All right. So that's the one, that's for 2.2. Now, what you're going to do is, so mind mapping is another way of essentially brainstorming, okay? I sort of like mind mapping because essentially, so the first one is going to be on a person. So the mind map for the first one is on a topic or a person, maybe yourself, that you're familiar with, okay? And you can do this, you can draw this out, you can do this on software. I don't care at the end of the day as long as you get the mind map, okay? So the first example is going to be on something that you're really, really familiar with, okay? So either yourself, maybe a family member, or a topic, okay? So what you're going to do, essentially, you know, so this is for Bob. So essentially, you know, so if you do yourself, so if I did myself, I would say Melissa. And then, you know, you just then from that, I would say creative, quirky. I would start using adjectives. I'd start using descriptive things that describe me. Also, you know, so adjectives, also then maybe specifics, twin, okay, born in Pennsylvania, Pennsylvanian, right? Aunt. I'm an aunt. So I would just go through and put aspects of my life. Artist, right? Graphic designer, theater, big component in theater. So maybe my interests that were going on. Okay, so this is a great example of this. Okay, so that the first mind map is going to be about yourself or something that you know very well. Now, the second mind map, if you go to pages 40, 41, it is a specific topic. It is the number of people voting in general and local elections is declining, especially within younger age groups. You will produce a mind map to explore the reasons why this may be the case. You are not to ask to come up with solutions to the problem. Just explore and note associations or thoughts. Okay, so the second one is, why is there a decline in voting in the younger generation? You know, honestly, this is very appropriate since this is a concern that we are currently faced with, okay? So the second assignment is about the decline of voting in the younger generation. And then, again, as always, we are looking at the week 2, we're working on the second chapter, Creating Purposeful Design. And it's okay to disagree. This guy is not... it's not the end all and be all for this. This is his opinion about design. This is just, again, remember, it's okay to disagree with his thoughts, all right? That's the whole thing, is to explore this and to be able to have a dialogue about, you know, about what he's saying in his book. I don't agree, as you know, I don't agree with everything he says. And I've been doing this for 25 years. So I don't necessarily agree with everything that he says. But he does bring up a lot of valid points also. So, all right, guys, that pretty much sums it up. Just do the best you can. Please make sure that if something comes up, please communicate with me. I do check my emails throughout the day. You are welcome to also text me, and I'm happy to get back to you. Just identify, if you text me, just identify and just say, hey, I'm in your GD 116 course, okay? Just so that I have a reference, okay? All right, guys, have a great week. Do great things. Please reach out to me if you have any questions.